Have you ever noticed that the most powerful person in a room is almost never the loudest one there? I mean, think about that for a second. We live in this crazy world where everybody is literally screaming for attention, right? People are constantly posting their every meal, broadcasting their relationship updates, and shouting about their next big plans online. But amidst all of that noise, there's a rare class of individuals who do the exact opposite. And this, right here, perfectly captures what we call the overexposure trap. You see, while the average person is constantly seeking external validation, making sure they're always accessible online, high achievers, they approach this entirely differently. They treat mystery as a deliberate, highly calculated strategic advantage. They don't overshare, they stay quiet. So, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're breaking down the absolutely fascinating psychology behind why people who cultivate mystery hold so much power. We're going to explore exactly how keeping a small circle and, well, just staying quiet actually forces the world to respect you more. It's really a masterclass in human psychology and social dynamics.
Here's our roadmap for today. We're going to cover the Scarcity Principle, the Zeigarnik Effect, Information Asymmetry, emotional sovereignty, and we'll wrap up with the power of restraint. So, let's jump right in.
All right, starting off with number 1, the Scarcity Principle, and why your availability might actually be killing your value.
Psychologically speaking, we humans just do not value things that are cheap, easy to get, or constantly available. It's just how our brains are wired. When you respond to a text message in 2 seconds flat, or post 5 stories a day, you're signaling constant accessibility. It's basically the psychological equivalent of refusing to let anyone ever leave you unread. You are always there, and that inherently lowers your perceived value. To put this into perspective, think about the difference between a diamond and a pebble. Why is a diamond worth exponentially more? Simply because it's hard to find. If you overshare every single detail of your life, you essentially turn yourself into a pebble. You become easily found, easily accessed, and, let's be honest, easily ignored. Because in social dynamics, attention is literally currency. Now, creating artificial scarcity isn't about being insecure or playing games. It's a highly strategic way to protect your own energy, because when you're rarely seen, your presence suddenly carries a lot of weight. When you do finally speak, people naturally lean in to listen.
Moving on to our second concept, the Zeigarnik Effect, or the power of the unfinished story.
This taps into an absolutely fascinating psychological phenomenon discovered by Bluma Zeigarnik. Basically, it proves our brains are hardwired to remember incomplete tasks way better than completed ones. It's the exact same hook that streaming platforms use to keep you binge-watching at 2 a.m. with those massive cliffhangers. Our brains just absolutely hate an unresolved narrative.
In everyday life, this translates into what we call the art of the headline. Truly mysterious individuals share just enough to grab your attention, like they'll share a successful project or a final outcome. But they intentionally withhold the granular details, the collaborators, or all the behind-the-scenes chaos. All of that stays hidden.
And because they don't give away the whole ending, they kind of just linger in your thoughts for hours after the conversation ends. You find yourself trying to fill in the blanks. By leaving the story incomplete, you become a puzzle that people desperately want to solve. That is the true power of the Zeigarnik Effect.
Okay, let's get into the third point, which is absolutely crucial: information asymmetry and protecting your next move. So, in grand strategy, information asymmetry basically means that whoever holds the most information while revealing the absolute least wins. They hold all the leverage. If you recklessly reveal your big goals or your strategies to the public, you're essentially handing everyone a free roadmap to counter, manipulate, or just copy your moves.
It's like the old saying goes, high-value people play life like a game of chess, not checkers. Playing checkers means you're announcing every single move as you go. But playing chess? That means keeping your strategy a complete secret right up until the exact moment of execution. You don't announce the new business, you don't announce the big investment, at least not until it's officially launched and the deal is totally closed.
So the strategy really unfolds in 3 simple steps. Step 1, keep the move a secret. Step 2, retain the element of surprise. And step 3, let your ultimate success make the noise. Remaining quietly focused in the shadows like this makes you incredibly unpredictable. And that unpredictability, it breeds a massive amount of respect.
There's actually a really powerful quote that sums this up perfectly. A move announced is a move defended against. I mean, wow, right? That highlights exactly why you have to protect your plans from premature exposure. The second your strategy is spoken out loud, it instantly invites opposition or just uninvited opinions.
That brings us to point number 4, emotional sovereignty, which is basically your immunity to drama.
Perhaps the most fascinating aspect of this entire mindset is that it doesn't rely on the outside world to validate your internal state. When you constantly rely on public likes, comments, and outside opinions just to feel good about yourself, you are actively inviting the public's envy and negative projections straight into your reality.
It really all boils down to one simple philosophy: value peace over praise. By keeping your private life sacred, you literally never have to defend your choices to critics, mostly because nobody even knows enough to critique you in the first place.
Their mystery is quite literally their armor. When you stubbornly refuse to reveal your vulnerabilities to the wrong people, you completely strip them of their ammunition. They have nothing to use against you because you've given them absolutely nothing to hold on to.
And finally, Section 5, the conclusion, focusing on the sheer power of restraint.
As we wrap up this explainer, we really need to understand that mystery isn't about wearing a mask or playing manipulative games, it's about knowing your worth. Your thoughts and your goals are just way too valuable to be handed out for free to a distracted world. So here is the framework for restraint. Stop the urge to overshare. Take a breath, pull back your energy, hold your cards close, and just let them wander.
Always remember that real power isn't loud. Power is quiet. Stay low-key, build in silence, and let the undeniable results of your hard work do all the talking for you. I want to leave you with a final, provocative question to apply to your own life right now. What will you keep to yourself today? Take back your power by practicing a little bit of restraint. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Definitely let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. Keep your next move safe and keep building.